Hi, this is Isabel, and I am continuing to talk to you about this concept of working while worn out and techniques and strategies that can help you um, be in the world doing your beautiful, purposeful work, even if you don't have all the crazy, abundant energy in the world that you would like. Um, the principle I want to talk about today is strike while the iron is hot. And that to me means that um, when your energy levels are unpredictable, lower than you'd like and unpredictable, I do think I have found it works really well for me that when my energy is good, when my energy is up, when my motivation is up, to really go with it, to run with it, right? And to let it, to let the wave roll through me, rather than doing again what in this sort of older, I don't know, work story we have. So instead of saying every Wednesday I'm going to write an article for my newsletter, but maybe every Wednesday you don't have the bandwidth to do that. I have found that one of the ways I can be more productive, even with limited capacity, is that when inspiration strikes, I run with it. So, for example, with these videos, as you can probably tell from what I'm wearing, um, I sometimes get an idea that I'm excited about, and I will knock off 3 or 5 or 8 videos in a short period of time because the inspiration is there. And then I can choose how I, send them out and the frequency and pacing of that. Same with writing, right? Um, you may find, I often find if there's a topic I'm excited about and I'm writing about it, that often generates ideas for other topics. And um, yeah, and so to just sort of really go with those bursts of energy when they happen. This is also what I find when I'm in creative mode, like creating a video series like this. I have, by the way, I'm hoping to be starting in September doing some challenges, some monthly challenges in a free Facebook group. And so I have some creative energy rising up about that. And again, while it's there, I'm trying to go with it, right? Like, oh, I have this idea. And again, instead of saying, oh, I'll work on that tomorrow when I don't know what my energy is going to be tomorrow, instead of saying, I'm going to do a little bit every week in that more kind of mechanized way. When the inspiration comes, I do my best to go with it. I mentioned earlier about smaller containers for work, and my work schedule right now is 10 to 1. Um, if I'm not scheduled, like today, I'm not scheduled heavily, um, uh, then I have the freedom during this time period to create content. Um, if again the energy is up and it's after 1 o'clock, I don't forbid myself from working. Again, if the energy is up, I'll work with it and I'll go with it. But I just kind of see those energy surges I have as a really precious resource. And so when they come, I do everything I can um, to run with it and to let it have its full expression. And what I find is by doing that, it really takes the pressure off of me to be productive on a daily or a weekly basis, right? Um, and again, I think part of what this brings up is part of working while worn out is redefining our understanding of what it means to be productive, right? And again, instead of thinking of productivity as something we do daily and weekly in a consistent way, um, I have started to really rest in the knowing that, one really good week in my business in a month can, particularly say in something like um, content generation or outward marketing or stuff that's not just working with my clients or leading my groups, that one good creative week may really be all the energy and effort I need for the month. And then it takes a lot of pressure off those other weeks, and I actually find then with less pressure to be productive, with less pressure to perform, that my creativity and my creative energy comes up more. And by the way, if it's not obvious, uh, one of the things I think that helps us work while worn out is that instead of pushing and grinding and putting in the hours to get the growth and expansion we want in our business, we do start to want to rely more on our creativity and our creative expression and our exuberant creative expression. Um, and that really becomes the driver of the potency of our presence in the world. And so it's not just I show up every week and I write an article, but it's I stay close to my creative energy and I run with my creative energy. And again, if I put 3 articles out one week and nothing for the rest of the month, maybe that's fine. So that's another thought for you is, strike while the iron's hot, roll with your creative energy when it comes, and really free it from that need or that obligation for it to be steady or consistent in a way you might have thought it needs to be.